really like this setup. Okay, 2021 page. Gotta have myself a drink for this video. And a kitten? Morai? Oh, hi. What's going on? Happy 2021, everybody. Bye, Morai. I wanted to make a video that was a recap of my 2020. And it was quite the year, I will tell you that. December 31st, 2019. I remember I was working New Year's Eve, and it was my very first time working New Year's Eve. December 31st, 2019 does not seem like it was that long ago, which is crazy. But January and February, everything seemed fine. And everything was fine and dandy, and I was, you know, still a waitress, which was not what I wanted to be doing. Then, March 2020. I don't remember the day, but I remember the day that the police showed up to our restaurant, and Mariah's playing and I can see her little butt wiggle. Anyway, I love her so much. The police showed up to our restaurant and said that they needed to talk to the manager about, you know, we had to right then and there get rid of all of the bar stools at the bar and move them so that nobody could sit or order at the bar. Our live band wasn't allowed to play, so there was no dancing allowed. And when we did have a band come in, it was on my side of the restaurant. And my side of the restaurant, I was the server that night, and I had to try to tell people that they weren't allowed to dance while they're drunk. So that was fun. We had to seat people a table apart from each other, and everything was just so weird. At the point when I was working, we didn't have to wear masks yet, but then again, I only worked until March 14th. I think March 14th was my last day of work, and then I was supposed to go in on March 15th, but then they called me and told me that they were not going to be needing me that day, and then after that, we were all laid off. Or not all of us, but most of us were laid off. And so March 15th, 2020 was the beginning of my quarantine. And ever since then, I've just been self-employed and living off of unemployment. But it has been great because I started taking acting more seriously, and I started my own art business. My photography really took off for a moment, and it's all been really great. And there, you know, have been some rough moments, as like, you know, moments of, am I gonna be able to pay my rent because I don't have a job? My car is gonna get taken away because I can't pay for it. It's all paid for now and everything's fine, but we had those moments. And I need a drink for this one. And then there were some lessons learned. These lessons were more at a personal relationship level. I learned that some people don't always share the same heart that you do. You can be super nice to people and be nothing but nice to people, and then one day you're gonna find out that they talk really badly about you behind your back. They're the type of people that will talk bad about you behind your back, but then to your face they're super nice and supportive. I don't want that in my life, so I deleted those people from my life. I got rid of them. I haven't talked to them in months, and I'm a lot better for it. I'm a lot happier. Other lessons, I've personally realized that I'm not, I mean, I've known this for a while, but I don't want to date anyone anytime soon. I've I'm very happy being alone and single, and anyone that knows me knows that. I can't be like, I don't want to date anyone. I'm just very much happy being alone, and 2020 was literally like the perfect year for me because I got to be alone all the time. And I feel bad for people that don't find happiness being alone and with themselves. I mean, granted, if I didn't have Morai, I would probably have been a little more sad. And I did have moments of, you know, being depressed and being unmotivated and uncreative. And, you know, during the beginning of quarantine, I was like, oh, I'm gonna, you know, I got all this art supplies and I'm gonna do all sorts of art. And then I didn't do anything with it, and it's still here, but I'm trying to get myself motivated and maybe make some more things and sell them on Etsy or something. I'll link my Etsy down below so you can check it out. During like, I think it was August, I got my very first well, my one of my very first movie roles. I was just an extra, and I say just an extra like it's just not that big of a deal, but it is. Like, I'm in a movie. It's a big deal. I might not have a character name or something, but like my friends and I on the second movie that I did, which was like a really big deal. I'll link my IMDb down below so that you can check it out, because I can't tell you, but I can show you. We made up character names for ourselves and we made it fun. Like, you know, it's not just an extra. You're not just in the background. I'm in a freaking movie. It's a big deal, okay? So in August of 2020, I think it was, I got my first acting job in a movie that was actually completed. I guess we'll put it that way. And then in October of 2020, I don't know why I keep saying of 2020 because we all know what year I'm talking about. The bad one. So in October, I turned 26, and then I had an awful birthday. It was really bad. Like, I had planned on making a vlog for that day, and I am so glad I didn't, even though it would have been quality content, and that really could have blown up because that was a hugely, like, terrible day. So let's see, I woke up like, you know, feeling, oh my god, I'm gonna be cute, it's my birthday, like, it's gonna be great, whatever. No. I ended up going to the store so that I could make myself a cake, okay? I was driving down the road and this guy like pulled out and like started like I'm going this way. He pulled out this way and like stopped and then like started doing this to back up. And so obviously I had to slam on my brakes, and I almost jumped a curb that was right here, and then I would have hit the sign that was right next to it. And this is on like my main road. Like after you exit the complex, it was right down there. So I was going, and oh my god. So I almost got in a car accident on my birthday, and then I come home. So obviously I'm crying and shaking and screaming and yelling, and I'm so mad. And then I have to go into the grocery store to get all of my things so that I can make myself a birthday cake. I come back, I'm getting ready to make my cake. I'm preheating the oven, and my mom and my sister had been here previously the weekend, or the weekend before, I believe, and the weekend or two before, and I normally don't put things in my oven because I just don't, but at the time there was no room in my fridge or in my microwave, so I just slid our extra pizza box in the oven and then forgot about it because I preheated my oven, and then later on I was smelling smoke and it wasn't smelling good. And so then I opened the oven and there was a pizza box in there. And I almost burnt my house down. It didn't catch on fire, but it was smoking, and it could have, I think. I don't exactly know what pizza boxes do when they're in like 350 degree temperatures in an oven, but let's just say I had to grab that hot box, bring it out to my patio, and let it air out, and then let my apartment air out because it smells. And then I made myself my cake, and then I put one candle in it. I sang myself happy birthday as I cried, and then I blew out my candle and ate my cake. It was an awful day. Oh yeah, it was bad. But then, the next day, I started a month-long journey of being an extra in a Paul Thomas Anderson film. I literally only thought it was gonna be a few days, maybe like a week or two, and they just kept coming and asking me, they just kept asking me to come back. So I was literally in that movie for over a month. But I was in a movie, like a big movie, and I'm so excited, and it's gonna come out this year. Oh, I'm so excited. And then November, I finally got to spend Thanksgiving with actual people instead of spending my Thanksgiving alone, because I have done that since I moved to California. So I got to spend a Thanksgiving with actual people thanks to Alex. Beginning of December, I started filming. I only filmed one day, but the last video that I made was from the beginning of December when I filmed for an HBO Max pilot. No idea when that's coming out because I don't know the progress of it, and I still haven't been paid from it, which I was budgeting that check. So that's unfortunate for me. December 2020, I went home for Christmas, and that'll be my next video. But anyways, I did start my art business. I'm petting my cat. It's definitely given me something to do during quarantine. I've made stickers, I started making t-shirts, I've made art prints. I have a TikTok that you can follow. I have an Instagram, a Facebook page. I literally have all of it. I love you. Oh, mommy's hair is gonna catch on fire if we're not careful. Hey, you see? She's not nice. 2020 was a year. It wasn't good, it wasn't bad, it was in the middle. A lot of good things happened that outweighed the bad, for sure, personally for me. Overall, it was an absolutely awful year, and it was bad. I think we all know that. However, it had its moments. I hope everyone has a great 2021. Here's to a great year.